Currently, CE is one of the most confused topics in the profession. I can't speak for every professional out there, but most don't really understand their own rules and regulations. Most assume that because the course is advertised as a set amount of CE, that it will automatically work for their individual license. And that is not the case at all. States call out different course categories that are either accepted or excluded, and also certain approved providers that will be accepted in an individual state. I feel it's important for both the professional and the person offering the CE to understand this. If we are talking technicalities, it's actually the responsibility of the licensed professional to know what is required of them. However, I also feel the CE provider should want to offer quality CE that counts for individual states, because if someone gets audited and your course doesn't count, they won't have great feelings towards you as an individual or a company. Even though it's technically their fault, they will still have ill feelings towards the person who said that it was worth CE. With the current process being paper, whether or not you hand it out at the course or email it to them, it's still bound to get lost. Also, it's easy for someone to take that certificate home and make 5 copies of it, distribute it to their whole office. I know it sounds crazy, but it happens. Also, if you're AGD PACE or ADA CERP, you are required to have the attendee complete a course evaluation. And if you're handing out paper or emailing CE certificates, it's difficult to manage who did the course evaluation before they walk away with that CE certificate. And then let's talk about 2 years later when they are being audited, they've lost that piece of paper. They are going to call you and ask you for a copy. Now that's a whole nother topic I'm not going to get into, but you all have been in this situation at one point or another. CE Zoom is a massive platform that handles anything CE from start to finish. Starting with the state-specific CE tracking, there are about 30 CE trackers out there that you could download for free and start using, but I have yet to see an actual CE tracker as intense as CE Zoom. They all claim it, but what they really are is an online filing cabinet. CE Zoom has all 50 states' rules and regulations input into the system. For example, any other CE tracker, I could put in 45 hours of CPR and it would count it and say I'm done with my CE. Where with CE Zoom's tracker, it will only allow CE for how many hours you are actually allowed in the category for that state. And also, just using CPR as an example, some states require a specific approved provider like the American Heart Association or the American Red Cross. CE Zoom knows which you need and what will count for each state. The Complete Conference Organizer. CE Zoom offers a registration, digital attendee check-in and verification, mandatory course evaluation, and then the CE certificate automatically being distributed into their records on their individualized CE Zoom account to be accessed from any Wi-Fi enabled device. From there, if ever audited, the professional can submit their CE Zoom transcript with all of their completed CE right to their state dental board in participating states. And to date, that number is 38 different state dental boards that will allow CE submission from CE Zoom. The state dental board auditing tool, I don't really want to dig deep into this for this PowerPoint. However, I will say that CE Zoom is a valuable tool for state dental boards to utilize in doing their yearly audits. An example of our state-specific CE tracker. So this is my personal account. If you'll notice, this tracker is only 97% complete, but it's showing I have completed 101.5 CE credits this renewal period. 74.5 counted towards my individual state renewal, and I'm only required to have 45 hours. So why isn't my tracker complete? This is one of the biggest questions we get from professionals that are currently utilizing the CE Zoom tracker. They're asking, why isn't my tracker complete? I have way more than enough CE. Well, it's because courses that their individual state calls out as required every renewal have not been completed. If you could see my full transcript here, I would scroll down and you would see my CPR had expired last month. So my tracker that was once complete went incomplete because of a mandated course that was expiring. When an individual signs up for an account with CE Zoom, it will ask them how far they are willing to travel for courses within a certain radius. So when a course is uploaded on CE Zoom, according to the zip code, that course will be sent automatically to those individuals who selected that radius, prompting them to sign up for your course. We also have a notification that we can send out to the entire database to notify them of certain courses as well, if necessary. Okay, I'm going to walk you right into the registration. This is where, like, say an attendee has received a link, they're going to come here and they're going to click on this and it's going to take them to the conference, and it's going to look just like your page. They're going to scroll down, look at all the information, They can see the whole conference and what's about to happen before they even go into the registration and get just a full overview of what amazing courses you're trying to offer. And if it's just a single course, I mean, obviously it's going to be really simple. So they can click the details and it'll pop out and show who the presenter is, how many credits it is, what are they speaking on, are there special things I need to bring, and it's going to scroll down and show a map of the actual resort where this thing is going to be happening. Then they scroll up to the top, they click register because they definitely want to come. So if they're already a CE Zoom user, they can just log in. It'll take them right to registration. If not, they're going to continue as a professional. Here they're going to enter in all of their information, first and last name, address, the state, the zip code. All this stuff is really important in the end because it links everything to their system. And then a cell phone is mandatory, or some form of phone number. Then they're going to continue on to the license upload. Whatever state they're licensed in, they can upload that. If they are licensed in multiple states, they can go in and manage that later. But they select what type of licensed professional they are, their license permit. If they want, they can do an expiration date. I do recommend it, or the tracker won't work correctly. Here's where you create your actual CE Zoom account with your email address, a username, a password. Simple stuff. I mean, stuff you'd see in any form of registration. And then continuing on, they'll be able to decide whether they want emails about general updates and promotions. Here's where they pick how many miles they're willing to travel to CE courses. And then they agree to the terms of agreement and keep moving on. And now they're going to really literally be registering for your course at this point. So they're going to come in and they're going to select their profession. Again, if they're an ADHA member or a ADA member or AGD member and they get some form of a discount, any form of discount, that's where the member would come in. Here they can select what type of badge they want. This one, the conference was asking for a full conference badge or a one-day badge. And there's where they put their membership verification information in. Here's where they're going to come pick their courses. And if a course is happening at the same time as another one, it will not allow you to proceed picking more than one course. Obviously, you can't be in two places at once, so the system does not allow that. And if a course happens to be sold out, it won't even allow you to try and sign up for it. If at any point you want to know what the course is about, you can always go to the right side and click details and it'll pop it back up just like it did at the beginning. But in the meantime, we're going to pick our schedule. Oh, that course overlaps again. Didn't mean to do that. And then some of these courses have extra fees associated with them, laser integrations, I'm going to go take out. I don't want to pay an extra $50. And then you can do any types of raffles, any types of giveaways, pretty much any form of fundraising you want to do can be done through the system as well. You can even purchase a yoga mat, sign up for lunch, whatever you want to do. And then here's where the personal information comes in. It's pretty much auto-populated. And as a company, if you want this information mandated, like what company they work for, so you know what dental office to contact after the event, we can do that. Here's an overview of what they purchased or what they wanted to purchase. You can go in and put a promo code in, like say you're giving 25% off to the first 25 people that come and you have a promo code, they can go in and try and put it in. And if you've maxed that 25, like Sarah VIP, it will no longer work. It will only give it to the first however many people you actually decide to give it to. And then here's where you enter in all your credit card information. It is not saved. It disappears after they've put it in, and that's why I'm putting in fake numbers. We're not actually going to purchase this registration, so we're just doing this for training purposes. But you come down here, you see where if you need to edit your registration, you can follow these instructions, and this will all end up in the attendees' records under their registrations. At the end of a course, the last slide showing from the presenter's presentation is something similar to this. We recommend that the audience take a picture of this slide or get their phone out and enter the code in to start the process of receiving their CE certificate. It is very simple to do, and this has step-by-step instructions they can follow from any time. Here's an example of a different type of verification based off of what type of approved provider you, the company, are, or if you are a company that has to follow the sunshine laws. It will ask the dentist if they are a member of the AGD so that information can be submitted to the AGD to receive AGD credit for this course. And in accordance with sunshine laws, it will also ask for the NPI number that has to be entered before the dentist can receive their CE certificate. Here's an example of a schedule. You can see where courses have already been verified in gray, courses that still need verified in green, and courses that haven't happened yet that just say view. And this is a basic example of a CE certificate that will be built within the CE Zoom platform. You, as a company, will upload your logo, enter in your office information, upload the approved provider logo at the bottom, and put whoever is in charge of the approved provider's signature in. Everything else on the certificate will be auto